Today, I'm going to talk to you about three important issues. Number one, how to make $30 billion in one day. That's what Elon Musk did. Number two, Antonio Brown's, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady. What do they all have in common as it relates to you? Fire the negative people in your life and in your business. And number three, should you move to Puerto Rico? Now, many of you know me from my podcast, Mega Success on Spotify and Apple, where my CEO and I, Francie, kind of go over a business issue, but I wanted to create a different show, kind of like the old days when I had my self-syndicated radio show. And I wanted to sort of bring some no BS approach to some businesses. And let's start with Elon Musk here today. I'm not just going to be reporting the news on this show. I'm actually going to try to go a little bit more vertical and a little more provocative and hopefully sort of give you my thoughts and opinion on the subject. Number one, $30 billion. Elon Musk, the stock made today, obviously massive increase on the momentum of the fact that almost 1 million car deliveries in 2021. In a year where there's a lot of supply chain issues with China and shipping, yet despite this, whether you like Elon Musk or not, you have to admit the guy gets things done. Now, you may remember during the pandemic, the California didn't want him to go back to work, and they said, I'm going back to work. I'm going to make a move the plant or process of moving the plant and offices to Austin, Texas. And the interesting thing is he almost went bankrupt twice. And the lesson that I have learned in all of this is that when someone tells you you can't do something, then you just have to do it. People keep underestimating Elon Musk. And I don't know if the dude is crazy or not. I don't know if he'll still be in the position of a CEO in 5 years and whether the government's going to try to shut him down, but he knows how to get the news done. He knows how to manipulate about, I'm going to be selling my stock. I'm paying $11 billion worth of taxes. But what are the lessons here? Is Elon Musk someone that we should look up to? If you remember the Joe Rogan, the podcast, the smoking the marijuana. And interesting too is I'm inside my studio here and I want to put all kinds of interesting pictures of some of the world's most successful people. And I literally searched Elon Musk canvas. I want a nice picture. I'm a big fan of Jobs and I really like Musk. I like how he's a renegade. Ironically, 99% of the pictures out there were the one on Joe Rogan where he was smoking marijuana. So here's my point. He says a lot of crazy things. He obviously moves the market when it comes to crypto. Is he somebody that we should look high upon? Now, there's no doubt he's succeeded. There's no doubt at this point he may be the greatest entrepreneur of all time. Because if I was to tell you, hey, listen, we're going to start 3 new businesses, space, electric car, and solar, I'd probably tell you you're crazy. But those who are crazy enough to change the world are usually the ones who do. So rather than criticizing and pointing the finger, I applaud Elon Musk because we've become two types of world. Outside the United States of America, there's a notion of tall poppy syndrome, right? If your head is above the grass, they want to chop it off and don't be too more successful. And in America, they want to see you succeed. They want to see you make it. And as soon as you make it, they want to see you come down. Why? Because the fall is much more dramatic when it's from the top than right when you're raising above the grass. Now, here's the point to you. I think we need to become a society that rather than pointing the finger at somebody else, rather than criticizing, perhaps we should learn from people. Perhaps we should say, great job, Elon Musk, on doing the impossible, and you're an inspiration as well. Now, he is different. Obviously, very different than most of us. But we can definitely learn from a man who refuses to take no for an answer, who was probably told by every single person that his idea would work, and time after again, he makes it happen. So I want to celebrate every single one of you who is successful, who will be successful, or who want to be successful, because it's time to celebrate our entrepreneurs. Stop vilifying. Because I recently started using TikTok, and by the way, you should add me on my social media, Instagram and TikTok, JT Foxx. And I did a social experiment. And I had a video of 5 people walking, combined net worth of $8.6 billion. And just to say, really good people, as old as 94 and as young as 36, kind of like a walk, right? Symbolizing different generations of wealth. 8-second clip. Oh, so much negativity. In fact, it's pinned on my TikTok account so you can see. And people saying they don't pay taxes, evil, stole from the poor and the rich, all these comments. Because we've become a society that has been enabled by the fact that, you know what, it's not our fault. Rich people are bad, entrepreneurs are bad, and if you make money, you're bad. And that needs to change. And by the way, it will never change because we've become a sort of woke culture, woke economy, and a woke world. Well, I'm here to say that on this show, we are going to celebrate entrepreneurs. Now, we may call people out for what they are. And someone like myself who has many businesses, we do business in 54 countries. I have clients in 104. Different perspective on that. And known as the world's #1 wealth and business coach, I'm going to call it no BS like I have on stages and businesses all over the world. And so for that, when everyone has been having trouble producing cars, supply chains, and chip, despite that, Elon Musk keeps succeeding. Bravo. On segment 2, I want to talk about Antonio Brown. Now, this doesn't matter whether you're a sports fan or not. There is a very big business lesson. So let me recap. Yesterday, Antonio Brown, wide receivers for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, same team that Tom Brady is the quarterback for, in the middle of the third quarter, decided to take off his pads and throw his gloves and his shirt and walk off and head straight to the airport as well, after being benched after the coach asked them to come on the field 3 times. Now, why does this matters? Well, if you remember, a few years ago, he was playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there was some domestic abuse issues with girlfriends, things like that. He was banned. And then Bill Belichick brought him back, and that lasted a few games. And then he got into more trouble. And then Tom Brady vouched for him at Tampa Bay. They end up winning the Super Bowl as well. And a few weeks ago, got suspended because he had a fake vax card. And that was supposedly his last chance. And now he is no longer a wide receiver for the Tampa Bay. Tom Brady has asked us to basically have empathy for him for the time that's going. Some people claim mental illness or not. Now, this is not the point. How many of you here have been enabling people that work for you, that you give them another chance, another chance, another chance, and they always keep messing up over and over and over? How many people have friends like that? And the bottom line is that if you don't cut these people and fire the negative people and the cancerous people in your life, what in fact is going to happen is that the behavior that you allow is ultimately what you're going to keep getting over and over and over. This is a super talented, maybe one of the greatest wide receivers ever, perhaps, who keeps screwing up. And they keep giving chance after chance after chances. And the point is this: there are so many talented people, workers, entrepreneurs, that if they were just focused and did what they were supposed to do and were not trouble and not dramatic, they could be the greatest at what they do. Maybe it's ego, maybe it's pride, maybe it's something psychological, but I've been there before where I allowed these people, and there's always a fear that if we get rid of these people, the company is going to go, there'll be a void in my life. And what you're going to find out is that people will actually rally around these people as well. This is not about football. This is a lesson when you keep giving the chances for people over and over and over. I'll give you an example. How many times have you lent money to somebody and they said they would pay you back? And then when they didn't, it created like a feeling that, you know what, you didn't get paid back. I let you the money and maybe I needed the money back, or maybe I don't, but it's just a thought that I gave you back the money. And there's always 5,000 excuses. They're always blaming everybody but themselves. And then some of them have the audacity to come back to you and say, I need more money. I need more money. I need more money. I need more money, which is super frustrating. Super, super frustrating as well. The fact that they say, well, this time will be different. You know, there's a philosophy, whatever you give your money back, you have to give with the expectation of not getting back, because chances are you're not going to get it back. But here's why. Sometimes these people are enablers. And there's a strong possibility that maybe these people went to other people and did the same thing because they have no shame. They take no responsibility. And if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And if you're going to live the life that you want and you deserve, you must take 100% responsibility for everything good and bad in your life. And here's the thing. Now, what you don't know, had he made a few more catches, he would have had up to $1 million in bonuses, played more minutes, all of this stuff. Just throw away that money is so useless. Why? Because some people are just dramatic and drama queens, and you got to fire the people. Last segment, Should you move to Puerto Rico if you live in the United States? Puerto Rico is quickly becoming the place where all the Bitcoin, people talk about, Miami or New York becoming the blockchain or the Bitcoin capital. It is fastly being Puerto Rico. Why? People are moving to Puerto Rico in droves. Why? Because there's some major tax advantages. In the United States, you can pay up to 20% federal taxes and as much as 36% in earned income, higher in the state taxes. There are 0 state taxes in Puerto Rico, and you pay less than 5% taxes, although there are requirements. You have to stay there 6 months continuously throughout the year. You can travel 3 months, but you can't be more than 3 months in the United States, but you can travel elsewhere. There's all kinds of rules which you can read up. I'm not here to give you whether you should move, but it's very, very interesting is that there is a cost to moving to Puerto Rico, right? You're living on an island. Yes, there's nice weather and nice golf. And interestingly is everything is blowing up in Puerto Rico. The houses have tripled in value. More people are moving there. It's creating economic boom, which, by the way, I'm going to talk in future shows. There may be a potential bubble. There may be a bubble happening, and it is a bubble, and it pops. It is going to pop tremendously. But at the end of the day, right now, people are looking for ways to obviously keep more of the money. Now, will the U.S. government step in and say, hey, hold on one second here. Some people are doing things, or are there treaties involved? I don't know, but there are people who are moving in droves to Puerto Rico so that they can pay less than 5% taxes, and they're willing to displace their lives and their families to do so. And so you might see the norm. As Democrats are pushing in the United States to pay more taxes, and it's sort of overall sentiment all around the world in many places, people are looking for places. It's not how much money you make in business, it's how much you keep. And you can Google whether I should move to Puerto Rico. There's plenty of that information, but there is a shift. And with the amount of crypto money out there and a lot of crypto miners and crypto owners and people who are not basically selling their crypto, holding on, it makes sense for them to move there. Some people are moving to Portugal. Some people are moving to a lot of places. Even people are renouncing their citizenship in the United States because they want to avoid to pay a lot of taxes. And you're going to see a lot more of that as well. Now, that does it for the show here today. I don't know if I'm going to do it more, but comment below. If you like the show or you like a different format, if I see a lot of likes and comments, I'll keep doing it. The little test that I wanted to do here, it takes a lot of time. It's a one shot, very few edits. I'm in, I'm out, and I got to move on to running my businesses, but hopefully you enjoy. And then remember that success is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. This is JT Foxx, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you like and comment. Love to hear your thoughts.